I want to thank everybody for watching Crypto Revolution, where I talk about everything crypto daily. Before we jump into this video, I want to thank everybody for hitting that like button. All the subscribers, new subscribers that we've had, subscribe to the channel. Please take 2 seconds, subscribe to the channel, hit that like button. Trying to get to 1,000 likes a video. Make sure and comment. If you don't have a good comment to leave, just tell me what number like you are. Jumping right into the market. Today in crypto, sideways with greenish undertones. Market's starting to turn green again. Bitcoin at 86.57. Overall market cap of cryptocurrency, $239 billion. This is a Bitcoin, a 1 hour chart. So we're going to actually work backwards here. So we had this dip out of Bitcoin. But now you've got a bearish cross of the 50 MA and the 200. This is a bearish situation. The Bollinger Bands are squeezing tight. So when these squeeze tight, you typically get a move soon. So I'm looking for a move here on the smaller time frame. You can see how right here, Bollinger Band squeeze, you got to move. Bollinger Band squeeze, you got to move. Bollinger Band squeeze, you got to move. Doesn't necessarily tell you which direction we're going to move. Now, this is a 4 hour Bitcoin chart. Now, these are the bounce ideas. I'm looking for a pullback to one of these levels. Technically, this was one of the levels that I marked as a pullback for a bounce potentially here. But the measured move down here is still 7,800. So the bears are trying to bring this price down to 7,800, and the bulls have been buying up these dips on these smaller time frames. So this is a daily chart. Now, Bitcoin daily chart. So this was posted previously. And again, you can see we were looking for potentially a bounce here at this level, 8,600. However, I'll retrace a little bit further is probably in the cards. You've got a possible bearish MACD cross, which potentially would mean further downside. The worst case scenario, we get down here to about 81.50. And we've got to have that bounce there. The bulls have to bounce. That would keep everything as far as this uptrend intact. Everything would be good going forward for the bulls. However, we break back into this downtrend and things all flip bearish real quick. So keep an eye on Bitcoin. Bitcoin, what are you going to do? Now, here's the potential golden cross coming on the 12 hour chart. So this is a bullish scenario. Okay. So this 21 simple moving average on the 12 hour needs to hold. Now, this golden cross coming should happen basically after the next candle close within the next 12 hours. So if we go and look at what the previous crosses did. So if you look, this is a death cross on the 12 hour chart. You can see you got your death cross at 10,250. And you can see we've run down quite a bit after the death cross. So death cross is the inverse of the golden cross. Now, to find the last golden cross, we got to go all the way down here to about 3,600. Now, you got your golden cross, 3,600, and you can see after that, moon boot ready, ran up to $14,000 Bitcoin almost. So this doesn't mean that there's going to be this huge pump to the upside because of this cross. Going forward, it's a bullish type situation. Still potential for a bit of a pullback and then a bounce to the upside. I've got a cryptocurrency trading group. I've got 6 chat groups where everybody's calling out breakouts, posting charts. I've got 41 videos in a playlist that will teach you how to trade this market. I post these profitable trading setups every single day. I just want to go over this real quick with you. Litecoin. This is a midterm hold. If you were to get into Litecoin here, December the 30th, you're basically up 50%. Now, this was a post from my group that was posted on December the 30th. How Bitcoin Cash, being a leading indicator for the market, might be the alts getting ready to run. It's been a while since Litecoin and Ethereum bottomed. Just make a mental note that things are different than we have seen. When the buyers come back from vacation, they will be ready to move this market. January the 2nd, here you go. January the 2nd. Think about all the Bitcoin SV, Bitcoin Cash, Dash, Ethereum Classic. Think about all the altcoins that are up tremendously. This gentleman is in my group. He says, what a ride, Chris. I've been trading a couple days and I'm up a little bit shy of 15 Bitcoin. 15 Bitcoin. Now, to be fair, he's looking to inject another couple of million euros into the market. And Super Necessary said, over 2.5 years of observing groups, and you are acknowledged to be the best. If you guys want to join the cryptocurrency trading group, you want to pay in crypto, email me, cryptobitcoinchris@gmail.com. I'll get you set up and in the group today. If you pay in crypto for 6 months, you get 20% discount. If you pay in crypto for the year, you get an additional month for free and 30% discount. So definitely the best value. If you do want to pay with a card month to month, you can do so. There's a Patreon link that's in the description. Can things get worse for the bulls? And so here we are. It's Tuesday after MLK Day of the United States, and potentially everybody's coming back for the week from a long weekend in the United States. So there's a good possibility that we see a move of sorts today. Now, which way we headed? Bearish case here is that we essentially got rejected by the 200 simple moving average. We really want to see a break above that, okay? Now, coming down to this support area, like we talked about, could be as low as 8,000, okay, which I think definitely could be in the cards. Now, when we get down to the 7,700 range, things get a little dicey. That would not be good for the current uptrend. Now, you guys have seen these, and I talk to you guys about these. I tweet these. I post them all the time, but do not send crypto and expect more back ever. Here's an Ethereum giveaway. These are everywhere, popping up all over the place. You guys have seen these? Now, what I thought was interesting was this. This gentleman, Some Ordinary Gamers is the name of the channel. He's got 1.5 million subscribers. And his title of this video is, "Why are people stealing these YouTube channels?" And I said, people stealing YouTube channels? Well, I better pay attention to this. What is he talking about? Now, there's some language in this.
So let's just go over to it. This has been the worst day of my life. I don't know what's going on, but it appears an outside entity took control of my account and posted content against YouTube community guidelines. The content in particular focuses on Ethereum. So what has happened is people are hijacking channels and running these Ethereum streams on them. And these streams get like 1,000 viewers, they get a shit ton of dislikes, and eventually they get taken down, and they get the channels that they're involved in taken down as well because of YouTube's automated systems. We talked about Foundation Ethereum. And if you go to Foundation Ethereum, you can actually see over here that they're talking about Foundation Ethereum, 27.7K subscribers, 61K subscribers, 111. So which one's the real one? Search for it on Google. Hopefully you'll come across, hey, their Wikipedia page. So go to the Wikipedia page. And here it's the open source, public, blockchain-based distributed computing platform. Now, just to start off with, Ethereum is not only a cryptocurrency, it's actually a place where it's a blockchain technology where people are actually running applications off of. There are entire video games that are settled on this stuff to begin with. It's actually crazy what they've got.
Okay, so the point is this gentleman, this is not a crypto YouTube channel. You've got a bunch of YouTubers getting their channels stolen, just random YouTubers. So a lot of times I'll get these emails and it looks like YouTube sending it, but if you look close at the address, you can tell it's not. Now, but it asks you, hey, enter your YouTube password, log in here. We need to ask you some questions to verify this is your YouTube channel, and otherwise, we're going to shut your YouTube down. And so obviously people are falling for this. And a lot of situations where they're like, hey, you send 10 Ethereum, we're going to give you 100 back, or you send 100 Ethereum, we're going to give you 1,000 back. And so what they're doing, though, that kind of was the new idea here, is they're stealing other people's YouTube channels. And that's how they're ending up with 5,000, 50,000, 25,000, 100,000 subscribers and a bunch of viewers. It's because they're hijacking other channels. Don't fall for this scam. If you guys haven't signed up for a VPN yet, I definitely recommend that you check out PureVPN. I use PureVPN all the time. Like, I take every possible precaution I can to be safe when I'm dealing with my cryptocurrency. VPN stands for Virtual Private Network. If you do want to sign up for Binance.com, the old original Binance where all the altcoins are, you can sign up using PureVPN. You want to sign up for BitMEX, Bybit. You want to have anonymous connection on the internet where you cannot be traced. Your IP is hidden. Use PureVPN. Again, there's a link in the description that does support the channel. Now, Binance CEO says exchanges are a safer place to hold crypto than a wallet, which is incorrect. However, why would he say something like this? Where is he coming from? So guess who's here? Peter Schiff, the infamous gold bug who trashes Bitcoin all the time. And here he is. I just lost all the Bitcoin I ever owned. My wallet got corrupted somehow and my password's no longer valid. So now not only is my Bitcoin intrinsically worthless, it has no market value either. I knew owning Bitcoin was a bad idea. I just didn't realize it was this bad. That's what he comes out and says. This guy, man, gosh, he's pumping his gold all he can. Don't buy Bitcoin, guys. Buy gold. Don't buy Bitcoin. Buy gold, he's thinking. CZ comes out and says many hardcore crypto OGs advocate storing your own keys. But the truth is, most people today can't even store their secure key in a locations for themselves because they lose it. He's saying that a trusted centralized exchange is safer for most people. The numbers speak for themselves. And I would say, obviously, cold storage is the safest. But yeah, I have a lot of people that reach out to me and they lose their private keys. You know, and it's common. Think about how many stories we've heard about just people losing their private keys or backup seed phrases and whatnot. I don't think that exchanges are safer, but I think that Peter Schiff hates Bitcoin. And CZ is trying to pump exchanges, rightfully so. He's the owner and CEO of the largest exchange in the world by volume. Proposed bill in the House of U.S. Representatives to allow any personal transaction to be excluded from capital gains tax as long as profit is less than 200. Not the transaction amount, the profit. This is 95% of all transactions. So think about this. You want to buy a cup of coffee with Bitcoin? You send Bitcoin to a third party, Starbucks. They essentially take that. They have to pay capital gains just on that transaction. Crypto is not taxed like a currency. Okay, it's taxed like a commodity. So the whole idea of cryptocurrency being used but for its buying power right now is almost non-existent, because, or is limited at least, because there's all these taxes that nobody wants to deal with. But again, this bill is going to be huge. Tommy World Power is the creator of Energi. And essentially, Energi had a huge earn drop. They released about 3.8 million Energi to over about 45,000 participants across the world, worth about $6.5 million. So instead of raising ICO funds, they basically chose to distribute large number of their Energi coins to people from all walks of life. So Tommy World Power stated he's proud this enormous sharing of Energi makes us perhaps the most generous cryptocurrency in the world. So they had this huge earn drop. Now everybody got 100 Energi. So let's take a look at this closer. So now that this is complete, and so some people complained, oh, well, this earn drop took forever. It was too slow. Well, wait till you find out the details that I found out on this. The earn drop by the numbers. The Energi earn drop was one of the biggest airdrops in the crypto space ever. Now, they paid a higher amount than the participants expected. In most cases, they gave away 100 Energi, doubling what most participants were expecting to receive. As far as these technical details, and they declassified this, there was this meticulous audit that had to take place, and here's why. So they put in, the Energi's core team, they put in thousands of extra hours in addition to the normal duties to ensure a fair and proper distribution of coins to the community. Unfortunately, they discovered that nearly half of all the submissions were in one way or another fraudulent. Energy's Defense Department deployed a suite of techniques to help filter down the nearly 60,000 applicants using a combination of network analysis and specialized tools. So they had a bunch of fakes signing up for multiple airdrops, okay? So it took forever because they had to, imagine that in crypto. You know, people trying to get over, people trying to scam, people trying to take advantage. Who knew? Energi Generation 3. They've got a lot of potential with this new Energi platform. So Generation 3 is going to bring smart contracts and decentralized applications to the platform. Energi 3 is going to include all of Ethereum's smart contract capabilities. It's going to incorporate Energy's strong masternode structure, self-funding treasury, and decentralized governance models. It's going to allow new ERC20 tokens to be stored on Energi, as well as the incorporation of existing and newly developed decentralized applications. So after Energi becomes a smart contract platform, the system is going to migrate the existing Ethereum infrastructure, such as MyEther wallet written for Ethereum blockchain, onto its network. So the idea here is they're going to attract a lot of new users and further increase the growth of potential applications for Energi. They have an incubator program as well, which is new, and they're going to initiate the Energi Incubator Program. It's going to focus on advancing early stage blockchain projects developed on the Energi platform. So Generation 3 smart contract platform originally was scheduled to be launched on the 18th of December, which is obviously past, but they took a lot of careful consideration and they've moved back the launch to the end of February of 2020, or possibly they want to launch it sooner. But the idea is they want to ensure all the users and partners have adequate time to prepare for a smooth transition to the new blockchain. So yeah, tons of news on Energi lately. I want to make sure and keep you guys updated as far as this goes. Now, Energi staking. I want to make sure you guys know about the percentages you can earn by staking energy. So if you just stake energy, which you can do so in the Energi wallet, there's an annual reward of 28%. Now, if you run a master node annually, you'll receive 37%. So they're paying out large amounts for staking energy. If you guys like the content that I provide on a daily basis, be sure and subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment below, hit the bell for notifications. Thanks so much. I'll see you guys tomorrow.